Welcome back everyone. In this video, we'll be going over the latest SAT August news so you guys are ready for your upcoming SAT August exam. SAT August is nearly a week away and a lot of students are prepping for their exam, but there are a lot of changes going on behind the scenes which can affect your SAT test date as well as your score as well as your entire SAT journey. So please be sure to stay tuned. So the first thing is, and this is something you guys want to check the moment you watch this video, is look for the test center you are taking your exam at. Look at if there's any changes in terms of scheduling, if there's any changes in location, because a lot of times what happens with test centers is sometimes they get overbooked, sometimes they have some booking problems in general or some other faculty problems which can result in your test center changing, and usually they will send this alert or they will just have the alert on their website, which is something that you need to be ready for, be watchful for, because the last thing you want is you accidentally go to a test center and they're not even administering the SAT and you're like, whoa, what just happened? And now you gotta wait till October to take your next SAT. So there's a bunch of websites that you can look at for test center changes as well as how to reschedule your SAT or reschedule your SAT well before the actual test day, so that way you could go to another test center that actually is administering the exam. So just be mindful and just go on your test center's website just to see, or College Board's website to see where exactly these SAT exams are taking place, for sure, and if there's any changes. The second thing you want to look for, and this is something that you might be like, whoa, COVID-19 is over, but in fact COVID-19 is still a thing and there's still a lot of protocols that are going on at test centers. So being said, again, this can affect your test center location, any changes as well, right? If a test center is following COVID-19 protocols, someone who's about to sit for the exam may have COVID-19 or there's any traces of COVID-19 or any suspicion of COVID-19 within the test center premises, they can change it. They can change it to another test center right away. So again, you want to make sure that if anything is being rescheduled, you check for any updates, and you also gotta make sure you follow your COVID-19 protocol as well as your test center's COVID-19 protocols, because what can happen is if they say, hey, a mask is required and you go without a mask, they can turn you down. Even though you paid, they can refund you and be like, sorry, you can't take the exam today because you're not following COVID-19 protocols. So again, you want to make sure that you just follow all the protocols for your test center. They'll have it on their website, say all the things you need to bring. If COVID-19 is being enforced, if a mask is being enforced. So just make sure you follow the protocols and you don't do anything that they don't want. Because like I said, you want to make sure you take that exam on SAT August test date. And the next thing, this is going to be very short and quick because a lot of students for some reason still feel like the SAT essay is a thing that they're going to have to be taking it. Guys, SAT essay, gone, right? We don't care about that. That's so stupid. We only care about SAT math, SAT reading, that's it. All right, nothing else matters for us because colleges only care about that. SAT essay has been debunked for some students. For some reason, some students still contact me asking about how to improve their essay score. And I'm like, yo, stop practicing it. Let it go. Forget it. Why do you want to do more work, right? Just SAT math and SAT reading, and that's it. And the biggest piece of news, a lot of students are like, okay, well, if they're rising junior, they're gonna take the SAT right now, right? And they might take it next summer or sometime early next year, like the March SAT, which is the first one of the next cycle. The thing with this is that I hope you guys, especially if you are a US student, understand that this is the last year that the paper SAT will be administered. After this, everything is digital. Digital SAT is already being administered internationally, but now in the US in 2024, every single SAT administered will be the digital SAT. And a lot of students are saying the digital SAT is much, much harder. And I can honestly vouch for that. I feel like the way they have their adaptive modules set up where the questions get harder depending on your module 1 score, that can really mess up a lot of students, especially the high achieving ones, because I've seen students who get 1500s on the paper SAT absolutely mess up and get 1300s on the digital SAT just because of this module and adaptivity they have going on. So be prepared, all right? Don't start setting your plan for taking the SAT now and next summer, because that's a whole different SAT you're taking, a whole different study regime, so the same rules don't apply. So if you are a student who's taking SAT this year, try to knock it out this year. August, October, December, knock it out within these 3 test days, because the last thing you want to do is study for an entire new SAT exam. That's like restarting your entire journey. You're like, what? But one thing I will say is most of the concepts are the same, so don't worry about that. Don't think everything is different. It's just the way the exam is administered and some minor question wording. Actual topics are the same. So this is your update on SAT August, so make sure you guys are ready for the exam. Make sure no curveball hits you. Make sure the test center is administering the exam. You follow any protocol and you guys sit down on test day and do your absolute best and knock out the entire exam and get the exact score you want, which hopefully is a 1500, 1600. If you don't have an idea on how to get that 1500 score, then be sure to check out my 14-hour crash course that help boost your score immensely within 14 hours. Thank you all for watching. Peace.